Good morning for you West Coast people. Good afternoon for the um, uh, people. Sorry, second. So today we are doing potato soup. And so personally, I do a majority of everything I do. I do it all in one pan so that it's a little easier. There is some that I will use that I will put in after I submerge or blend it that I'll uh, add later. Uh, so I'll cook that a little bit separate. Whoops. So we're going to take majority of, oh, I did cut up the bacon already. I like to keep it a little on the frozen side. Yeah, no, I need that. Okay, and so it is a peppered bacon, and I sliced it before I cook it. It just makes it a little easier. So now I'm going to put that right on the stove. I'm going to get my handy dandy wooden spoon, and we're going to let that start cooking. Now, I do want the cutting board because I need another cutting board. So I'm going to cut the onions up because some of them I want to put um, in the bacon to kind of get sautéed. So I like that flavor in the bacon or in the soup. It tastes really good. We'll do that with some of the potatoes and the bacon because a couple of my um, family members like to have chunks of bacon in the soup. And since I use a submergent blender to blend it all together, I like to add extra uh, onion or extra potatoes at the end that have been sauteed with onion and bacon. So, yes, going to get all this off of here. And once this bacon starts getting a good cook on, so I want it all cooked in one pan because all this flavor from the bacon will be in this pan. And we will take out the bacon while the potatoes cook, but that way they'll also be cooking in the resin of the bacon. So that makes it awesome. Go. So I am going to do this by hand today, just because I didn't get out my pepper, and I feel like you guys don't believe I cut onions. So they're always chopped. So see, I do. So there we go. So I hope everybody had a great weekend. We didn't do a whole lot. We stayed in. We did have a ball game on Saturday, which was good. There we go. Um, it ended up being a good game for us. We did win. It was a baseball game for AJ. So, yeah. All right. Let's start picking up. And as it cooks, I know you saw what's in chunks, but as it cooks, I did break it apart. So we will get some onions put in there right away. Not a lot, just some. Okay. So I'm sure that everybody's had potato soup before. If you haven't, it's yummy. It kind of is like a loaded baked potato, but it's in a soup form. And AJ loves the sourdough bread with it. In fact, he was always wanting me to bring it to school for him when he was going to a public school to give him lunch. So I had to bring it at lunchtime so that it was hot for him to eat. Yes, I did it because I love him. So anyway, we kind of like this. For us, today is going to be in the like 60s. So right now it's like 61 outside. You see, I'm wearing a long sleeve because that's cold. It may not be cold for you that live in the cold areas, but it's cold. So I'm going to finish this now. I don't. So I am going to put the rest of this onion away in my handy dandy little onion keeper. We'll use that for something else. So, yeah, I have a couple of onion keepers, but I think I need a couple of avocado keepers and, different things like that. So you can feel free to add any kind of vegetables or anything that you want with this soup. And you don't have to add bacon if you're a vegetarian. Uh, you can add a tofu and then just cook with your oil so that you get some oil in the pan. Toast up your tofu. I don't know how tofu actually works. I've usually only done vegetarian or vegan with like a cauliflower or something along those lines. So that is going to be onions that'll go into the soup. And then I will also do some onions when I put them in the, when I saute some of the bacon and the potatoes. I'll put some onions in that as well. So, we will do this. And these are going to be the ones that I'm going to add later. I do like cooking my potatoes with skin. I just feel like the vitamins and any nutritional value is in there. And we do cook with red potatoes. They are a little better for diabetics. The sugars don't break down as fast. So starting to smell like cooking bacon in here for sure. So anyway, I'm going to do about 3 potatoes for the saute pan with the bacon, with some of the bacon, and that'll be kind of like a garnish as well. So I will put. Whoa, my apron is falling. I don't know if anybody wants to come help me or not. I'm losing my. Oh, here comes AJ. He's going to step in and help me out again. Thank you, buddy. I know. You are amazing. Yeah, so yes, I did get an apron today. Kathy did that for me. Let me just show that off a little bit. So here it is. And so we are very excited to have them. And we have a sign that we're making. And that'll be ready probably maybe tomorrow, but if not by Wednesday. But Cassie's off today, so we hopefully will get it finished up today. All right. So we are getting this cooked down a bit. So some big chunks that we want to cook up. So we're going to keep going. It's got some crispy crunchies on the bottom, which is awesome. That's where we're going to get a lot of flavor from when we are boiling up these potatoes. So that's going to go on after, so that's going to be yummy. Yes. And we take that. So, and if you have had potato chips before, why don't you drop me a line and tell me what you did, if anything, different than what I did. Lots of yumminess on the bottom of this can. I don't know. Oh, that was hot. I don't know if I can get there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Lots of yumminess in the bottom of this can. The bacon and other stuff in there. Everybody's left me all alone. I have an audience right now. I need an applause sign. Yay, bacon! Because bacon is everybody's, well, it's almost everybody's favorite. Most people enjoy bacon. Some people don't. I know there's a few that we have that don't enjoy bacon. A few friends of ours that don't enjoy bacon. But all right. I will grab a paper plate. And a few paper towels here. And we're going to get this off the burner. We're going to pull out this bacon. This is good, all crispy, a little bit over, but it's okay. Remember, all of this will get blended. So the other that we're is going to get crispy, but not, hopefully not. So anyway, here we go. Get now all the bacon that I can. And then I'll set this off to the side for just a minute. I've not gotten the potatoes ready yet. That is ready. That is funny, AJ. Funny.
Oh, Christmas.
Christmas. Yeah, AJ went to Disney yesterday with some friends, and they have their Christmas. They're decorating already for Christmas, and I'm against Christmas before Thanksgiving, so I know I won't decorate before Thanksgiving. I just think that they're rushing the holidays, and that's just my opinion. Yep. Bring that out. Little workspace here. And AJ, if you could open that bag of potatoes for me, that would be amazing. So these, they don't have to be cut into chunks because they are going to be blended. So we're going to boil these down anyway. So doing them in little slices like I did the other ones, you don't need to do that. Just chunks so that they can boil. And that's not a good potato there. And AJ is opening up another bag because I need a lot more potatoes. So anyway, I don't have a sous chef guest today. So AJ's just kind of jumping up and helping. Today is kind of a one man, because it's a one pan. That's funny. Hey, don't laugh at my mom jokes. Laugh at my mom jokes. So we are definitely cutting up a lot of potatoes. Some of the recipes say just like 8 potatoes or whatever, but when you make soup, in my house, and as everything else I kind of showed you, extra so that you can have some in the freezer for another time, right? And so I think I did. I think I cut my finger. Can you grab me a Band-Aid, please? Right, yep, that's the first aid kit. Thank you. Just a small Band-Aid. Thank you. I only need one. Ready? My sous chef is going to bandage me. I know, I told them about that already. Is there any fingertip, like finger condoms in there? There might be. I know that in some of my other first aid kit. Is that one?
Might not.
No, that's glove. Don't unroll it all the way. There might be some in my other first aid in the bathroom. So, I like doing, I'm sorry, I forgot where I left off, but kind of like doing potato salad, my German potato salad, really loaded up. You can put as many vegetables and potatoes and celery. I do like to put a celery in mine as well, and I do have some celery. So we may just end up throwing some of that in. It just adds another layer of the flavor that it brings. So I'm not even counting to see how many potatoes I have cut. So we're just going to keep going until I think it's a good enough pot. And I do have other stuff to put in here. So I might just do a couple more. We want to leave room for the yummy cheese and sour cream and the bacon and the yumminess of all of it. So anyway, we're just going to keep cutting here. I think that should be, might be good. I just feel like if I want to have some left over in the freezer, I should probably make sure that there's quite a bit. Maybe because we're gonna want them for yeah. All right, maybe a couple more potatoes. I have plenty of potatoes that I grabbed a couple of bags because the holidays are coming up, and no, I'm not. I'm thinking I'm going to use everything I have before the holiday, but did you find some? Okay. So ideally, when you're doing like a mashed potato or a baked potato, you want to do about a fist size. You want to do about 1 to 2 fist sizes per person. Now, if it's an adult, these will work. If it's a child, maybe just one. Um, and that's usually the rule of thumb for doing mashed potatoes for a group of people. But I don't know about you, but sometimes I like to overdo on mashed potatoes so that I do freeze those and I do put them in the freezer and we have them another night. Mashed potatoes hold up, or you can even do potato cakes. All right. So we are doing a chicken broth instead of water because we will not drain the potatoes. Can one of you guys grind? Thank you. We will not do water. We'll just do the broth. So actually, we will put water in the broth just to rinse it out because we're going to want, it says just 2 cups, but I did a lot more potatoes, so I'm going to do a lot more broth. AJ, will you go over and fill this up with water, please? Thank you. We're going to add the second one here. And I'm using chicken broth. You can use a bone broth, or you can use a vegetable broth. Either one would be fine. It's totally up to you what you like. But that's what we're going to do, and that's what we like. So this is just a chicken broth, like I said, and I am going to like rinse this one out as well. So let's see. There we go. And remember what I said the other day about potatoes. Do not be afraid to season the potatoes. It's really important to, because potatoes will soak up the salts, and you want to make sure that all of the potatoes get some of that. So make sure you season heavy with potatoes. So now we're going to take this pot, and we're going to put it right over here on the burner. So if you can see this, all the yummy bacon and onions are already in all of the potatoes, which is yummy. So the water's a little bit on the brown side. Broth, excuse me, not water, but we did the chicken broth, and did we put it right in with the potato bacon. So there's that. So now here is the bacon that we cooked. As you can see, it is a little bit on the dark side. A lot of these flakes just might be the onions as well. But Cassie's got to try one. Oh, now hold it. AJ's going to have to try one. One piece, please. Don't put your fingers all over everything. There. Crazy. That's enough. Now, we're going to work on this piece. Not poison.
Yes,
Right now, I'm going to work on this piece. Here to get these going. Again, we're going to season these. And I am going to add some gravy. Yeah. All right. EJ, wanna? We are going to get some bubble over on that. This way. Then you can put that away. Thank you, ma'am. Yep. Pardon my friend. Sorry. Remember, we are doing the bacon that we're using is peppered. So get there. No, I don't want you to throw it away. Oh, I wasn't going to throw it away. Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay. So I am going to do some of these onions to go with the white. It does call for a yellow onion, but you can use a white onion or a yellow onion, whichever you prefer. You can also put bell pepper in this if you'd like. Again, you don't have to, but a little secret that I like to keep to tell everybody about is if you put your green onions in a cup of water, you could even do this with your cilantro. I have it in a container in the refrigerator with a wet towel over it. You can do this to keep them fresh as well. You can put this in the fridge, or you can put it in the windowsill, whichever you'd like. So this is, so we're going to cut some of this off. Got a little bag going here. This one off. That poor little onion, we're going to set it off to the side. All right, so now, let's see, we're going to put this over. And we are going to just cut the tops right off of this. Pick them up and this the top, and there we go. Okay. Now, Right on set, please. What? Right on set, please.
In the kitchen, on set.
We are going to use some olive oil here. My handy dandy sprayer, and we can spray it too, but don't need to spray it right now. The bacon is not started cooking yet, so it does not have the fat that it needs for the potatoes. Once it does start, it'll be okay. Remember, these I want them to be like sauteed. And in a minute, I'm going to put some of these onions right here on it, in there, so that they will get cooked a little bit. And I did not wash them, because it's best to not wash them until you're going to use them. So, we will go over to the stove, to the sink, excuse me, and we will wash them. Turned off, and then stick with this little guy. His little ends are just flopping around. So we're just going to cut that off. Wash everybody. So do we have any questions so far? I haven't seen anybody come on yet, so I don't think we have any questions yet. Still early for the West Coast. Sorry about that. Potato soup. You gotta start it early, right? So let's see. There we go. Cut these into. There we go. That's good. And don't worry, we're using it all. Every bit of this, and some of it just dropped right in the trash. We're going to set that off to the side here for right now. Go. Way we can keep it all in here together, right? We don't want to cook these onions too long, because we want them going into the pot towards the end. So I don't want them to be too crazy, but I do want them to have some of that flavor. Yes, we're getting some color on these potatoes. Now, when they start getting soft, we don't want to handle them too much, but we want them to stay firm or to stay together, not mush. So once they start getting soft, we are going to take them off. Yeah, in a few minutes, we're going to take them off the burner so that they will stay. So that they will stay a little bit firm, so you have a bite in your day. So, anyway, so we will be putting garlic, and some onion powder. And we are going to add some smoked paprika. And then some, we already added salt and so we can add a little bit there. So we already added salt, so we're good there. All right, we're getting there. That's awesome. Okay. Now, instead of handling them more, we're just going to continue to flip them like this so that the ones that are getting brown don't stick too hard. We do want them to have some color to them. So we will finish cutting in a small bowl for that and a bowl for that. Sorry, we had a little mishap earlier before we started recording. The pepper shaker went everywhere. So I'm still walking on a little bit, but that's all right. Now we will get the rest of these. My son's over here dancing, trying to get my attention. Ooh. I can't see anybody. Why don't you tell me? So somebody asked you, do you prefer olive oil or vegetable oil and why? So I prefer olive oil. The way that it's generally made is a little bit healthier. They don't steep it as much as they do like a vegetable oil because the vegetable oil they have to steep a lot and that breaks down the properties. It's kind of like the best oils, and I'm going to go off here a little bit from food, but it's kind of like the oils from for aromatherapy. I am an aromatherapist also by trade, and you don't shake those vigorously because it does break the properties down. So with oils, the way that they're made, they steep them slower, which is basically heating them up to a point where they can make oil and pressurize them. So olive oil is less pressure, slower to make, which is one of the reasons why it is expensive. It's like rose oil for essential oils. With rose oil, it takes about 10,000 petals to make an ounce of rose oil. And they actually press the rose oil, the petals to get the oil in glass on under them. So when you're buying like a rose oil and you're wondering why it's so expensive, it's because it's a real rose oil and it's been taken care of while it's getting pressed and getting everything out of it. So we do like the olive oil for cooking, and but if you're trying to do like something that gets a little bit smoky, or deep frying or anything like that, you want to use something that can stand up to a hot flame, which you need for air frying. Oil frying. So you want to use something a little sturdier, like a peanut oil or something like that, that can handle the heat before you get too hot. Okay? Hope that answered your question. And I'm sorry, I'm not seeing my messages today. Not sure why. All right. Now I am going to turn this down. We do got this boiling, which is real good. I knew I was going to have some popping out, but there it is. Starting to look really good. It's smelling amazing in here. And then, of course, all of the yumminess that's stuck on the bottom while we were cooking the bacon is now all gone. It's all mixed into the water or the chicken broth, and we are getting some yum. Do I have any more questions, Kat?
Somebody else asked, We've heard you say you don't use butter. Can you explain? Can you kind of tell us why?
I wish I could tell you exactly why. I know it stems from childhood. I have never liked butter, and I can smell it and I can taste it. And yes, I've had a few of my friends try to be sneaky and throw it in, and I can smell it. So it's butter, it's margarine, it's any of the fake stuff, any of it. It's just not anything. I don't know why, but it really does make me nauseous. So when I'm at a restaurant, I generally will choose things off of the menu that are not that I'm pretty sure are not made with butter. And if I can smell it, well, then I'm not eating. Now, I've recently gotten a little better where I can at least butter my husband's bread for him. But yeah, that's about as far as I go. So I hope that answered your question. I don't know. Psychological. Got to be a little bit crazy, I guess, to do this. So maybe that's it. Now we're just putting a little bit of this in for color. This is going to sit. So this will not go any further. I do want the bacon to kind of cook, so I turned the volume down pretty low. Okay, so I'm going to get my submerger out, my blender, because once this is done, then I will blend it all up. So if you don't have one of these, you can put it in your regular blender. I did have to do that once. Why are you not going on?
Hey, Nano, with two ends for some reason. I have a question for you. Okay, so why don't you want chicken on a skewer?
Why don't I want chicken where, honey?
On a skewer. Because the sun doesn't swim with the chickens. What's up? No, the sky, goofball. Well, actually, it's
I already got my duck back for my turkey. I did tell you about that. So I ended up having to get it at Walmart because Publix doesn't carry it. But you could check like your Albertsons if you're on the West Coast. Albertsons or I'm not sure where else it might be. We're gonna do our what does Cassie call it? Garlic from there. Wow, my stove is gonna be a crazy mess. I'll clean it. I use Dawn, the spray. I love it. It works great. Especially on a glass cooktop. I'm not a fan of a glass cooktop. So
I do have a genuine question.
you do.
Why do we cook the bacon so early?
Because we want the flavor in the bottom of the pan that we're going to be cooking, and so I use the same pan that I cook the bacon in to boil the potatoes. Great question, thank you.
And why do we cook it so early in the day? It's 12. It's lunchtime.
Because is that making you hungry?
No, I'm just wondering why we cook
So
it at 12.
we are cooking this early because the soup has to cook for a while so it's got to boil, and so by the time it's done boiling and getting the potatoes good and soft so I can blend them, it's going to be about 1 o'clock. And then I got to submerge and do all that. Then we clean all this up, and I'm going to have you guys do that while I get the sour cream and the cheese and all of that out. And so, yeah, it will take everything. We're did. It'll take all day to finish cooking. Just because you want everything to come together. So,
Final question. What the flippers is the flour?
what the flippers is the flour for? Now, I'm going to use flour today to kind of thicken the soup. But normally, I would use a cornstarch. And, you know, I just might use the cornstarch instead of this. I haven't quite decided that yet. So, anyway,
Sweet. Thank you.
yes. So I do have cornstarch here, so I just need a second to figure out if I'm going to use that.
I'm gonna go flour right now.
We will see. These potatoes look gorgeous. And yes, again, I do leave the skin on. Ooh, that was hot. That's what right on my foot. Here goes my apron.
I thought she said it was a one pan meal.
Mm-hmm.
She used 2 cans.
Well, only because Dad likes to have the Dad likes to have the chunks. So you don't have to do the second can. Dad likes the chunks of potatoes in it. So I figure I'll do the a little bit of bacon with that.
Can you figure out where you put the top to stay? So that crap together.
Yeah, that would be good.
How's she gonna put it on?
Over her head.
So yeah, if you don't want the chunk, you don't need to do the second pan. Kelly likes the chunks of potatoes, so I try to do that for him. Yes, I cook for my man because he's my man and he's at work while I sit here and nothing.
Oh man, stinky smog.
Can you go ahead and dump that for me? I'm trying to clean up my workspace a little bit. And I do believe I am going to use the cornstarch. I prefer the cornstarch so much more over this. So we're going to do this. You can put that in. Thank you. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take this jar and we are going to use some heavy whipping cream. Oh, because the two together should thicken it up nicely. So we're not going to shake. We're going to just sling all of that. Yeah. So this is about a cup of the heavy whipping cream. Okay. So then we're going to take the, I don't really measure here, so we're just going to put about 2 teaspoons in there. Can you give me a fork? Of the cornstarch with the heavy whipping cream in there. And then I'm going to take a fork and we are going to mix this together. I do recommend that the liquid that you're going to use, whether it be water or I recommend that it be warm, not cold, because then it mixes a whole heck of a lot easier. But we're going to go ahead and do this anyway. Sounds good over there. I am going to get some celery out and cut that up too. Just because it sounds good, huh? Okay. There we go. Got that mixed up a bit. It's not perfect because it was cold, but it will still work. So I got the little snack bags of celery because I'll eat it with some peanut butter or ranch. You guys know me, huh? We're not going to use a whole lot of it, just a few pieces. And it'll just have a different flavor to it.
Okay, let's cut these ends off. There we go. I don't know if I have any questions. I don't even know how many viewers I have today. I'm so sorry, guys. Do you know how many viewers I have today, Cassie? Yeah, that's one. Okay. Any more comments? Right. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I'm not getting those. Maybe my tech team can figure it out. By tech team, I mean Kathy or AJ. My guest chefs and my tech team and get all of them together. There we go. All right. So just a tad celery, not a lot, just a bit. Oh my goodness. I can smell that celery. It smells amazing. Yeah, so we've got garlic here, we've got onions and celery, and so once this is done, oh, this is looking good. It's breaking down. We do want these to start breaking down. The more broke down they are, the more creamy and mashed that they are. Let's see what we can do here. We've got some bacon that's not quite all the way cooked, so we want to try to get that rendered down a bit more. There we go. There we go. So I don't know if this video is like way too long today, but hopefully it's all right. I don't know. It's a lot. This is a lot to make. So let's see here. We got three cheese and more cheese and sour cream. All of this will go into the pot once it is finished cooking. We are good. Yep, I do believe we are good. Okay. So now, gonna get loud. Gonna get loud. Okay, maybe not very loud. What am I doing? No. Right now, I'm gonna take this mixture. Sorry, guys. We're gonna pour this right into here. A little bit chunky, but it'll break down because we're gonna fix it to blend it. And you notice I did not drain the potatoes because we cooked it in that broth. And that's exactly what we're going to use for the soup. All right, now we need to add some half and half. We need a bigger pot. Yeah. Some regular, it calls for 2%, but we don't use 2%. Because again, 2% is not the best for diabetes. So we're just going to keep mixing it until everything in here is mixed. All right. Yummy, yummy. Somebody asked what time's dinner. Next time. 5:30. Depends on when Kelly gets home. Because we wait for him. All right, that's good. Dinner be served, and all you got to do is bring your own bowl and spoon. And you got to take that home with you because I'm not cleaning it. All right, this looks good. Right now, we're going to put that here. So I'm just going to set up. Yeah. Okay, this guy is still cooking up good. So now what we're going to do is add our celery and onions. And I'm going to use my knife. Scraper. I do have a handy dandy scraper from Pampered Chef. Yeah. No, they don't sponsor me, but maybe they will one day. They're sending me some fun tools to use. Anybody knows a rep, let me know. All right. So that's going to mix in. That's going to cook down and really make the soup have some awesome flavor. So now, let's see. Now we're going to add these. We're not going to add all of them because we're going to want some for garnish on the. We need sour cream. We're gonna want some for garnish in our bowls. The mayo, is there anything fun for me? No. No. So we're adding sour cream. Never know. Half cup or whatever. Some people like sour cream, some people don't. Kupanga? Okay. Yes, I found out that my, I didn't know, but my BJ's account has expired. I know. Have to renew. Pick up any pool and patio and fun. Yeah, just throw it away. All right. Oh my goodness, this is looking so good. Guess what's next, guys? Guess what's next? Here we go. And in it goes. Yes. Now, everything but the cheese is in here. Feel like that ain't gonna float or anything else. Yes, it's very, very cool. What I could do is take some out, put it in the freezer, and then we can add potatoes to it later if we need to. Then we've got a little bit of room. I should probably oh guys, that's yummy. That's very yummy. Oh, I didn't need to put any of the garlic in or the seasoning. What am I thinking? There's the garlic. Wait. There's the garlic. Then, I put the seasoning there. So we definitely need to add, it didn't need anything, but we'll add it anyway because yum. Yeah, yeah. Remember, we salted the potatoes, so you don't have to add any more salt. And of course, the bacon. So remember, we just tasted it and it hasn't even started cooking together. Like everything that we have added has not even started to blend. So, and still a few chunks, but those are okay because we're going to add chunks anyway. All right, guys. That is, yeah, I think I'm going to get a ladle and a bag. And I'm going to put some of this away for another day. Yum. So, I don't know. The church that I go to, sometimes people need a meal. And well, I'm okay with helping people out that hit a rough time. We all need help every now and then. Here, open that bag for me. But what I don't like is if people demand it. So I love to help. I'm a helper by nature. So I definitely want to be a good practicing what I preach kind of person. So I try my best. I do still have road rage and I ask for help with that all the time. But here in my kitchen, I love to cook. So we are putting some, Cassie is taking some of this. I'll help her out here. We're going to go down top because then you don't get it into the. I need one of those things that that holds bags of a little bit of like a quarter of a can. We might not need to add anything to this. There'll still be enough left over to have dinner and lunch, and go ahead and put a few more soup in here. Make sure we have enough in here for another dinner if we need it or if somebody else does. Leftover something? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good. That's perfect. Right there. All right. So that's what we took out, and the pan's still 3/4 full. We're going to make sure all the air is out of this. We are not going to put it in the freezer until tonight before we go to bed because it is going to be very hot for a while. So, there, it'll rest the air out. I guess I sealed it up when I pushed on it. So there we go. That's like 1/4 of the pan. You said, oh no, Miss Me. Put that cheese in the bottom. All right, now I'm going to take some cheese, and you can garnish with cheese as well. And if you are going to leave the bacon out, I would suggest adding a pine nut or a pumpkin seed, some kind of nut to the top. You could add it in as well. You could even toast those up. But I would recommend that to help add some protein to it. So peanut, not necessarily. I don't know how peanut butter would taste with this, but yeah, that's what I. So there we go. Now look at that. Yum, yum. And again, this is not even started to cook together. So this along with the cheese will garnish. Will be on the top, and the cheese and some of the chives. So there. I don't know if there's anything else that I can tell you. We're going to do it with sourdough because that is something that we like. And so I get these rolls. No, I'm not making any sourdough today. I do have some. That I don't know. I do have these. I did get these and are not sourdough. These are Kaiser. So maybe I'll get out I do have a loaf of about a quarter of a loaf of sourdough that I might get out and do that. But these are Kaiser rolls, and we will probably have that or the sourdough bread I have in there. It's almost gone. So, all right, guys. I don't know if there's anything else that I can tell you, but my hope is that you got something out of this. Again, we have another meal for another day, and we'll probably have leftovers because this is up to you. I'm right about there still. So that's a lot left in that pan. So we could still have a lot of leftovers. So if you have any questions or if you want to me to try out one of your recipes, there's a couple of recipes that I will be trying out, not this week, but next week that I've already received. So look forward to that. All right. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to text me, email, what is it? TikTok, YouTube, comments. Oh. Hi, just showed up that somebody's watching. Anyway, remember that everything I'm cooking, I cook with love. So if you feel the warmth when you're cooking the meal, just know that that's my arms wrapped around you and thanking you for watching me and helping me out. So, all right, guys. Thank you. Have a wonderful night.